have. Today we're going to be talking about TikTok and how do you create your account, how do you make it grow. If you don't have an account or you just start an account, this will also be perfect for you because we're going to start at a very basic level and keep going up and more advanced so that way we hit where everybody's at. Couple of housekeeping rules is that we ask if you guys can just either silence or put the phone on vibrator, stuff like that, because sometimes it will ring and it could throw off the speaker or something like that. Another thing is that I have, like I said, a few hundred people online, and so if we don't use the mic, they can't hear your question. So if you have a question, I'll have a mic runner. It will either be me or myself, and we'll run over to you. Typically, we like to leave the Q&A for the last 10, 15 minutes, but that's not always possible. So if you really have a super important question, I'll try and run the mic over to you. Our Chief Marketing Officer, Jorge, is going to be the speaker tonight. Just so you guys know a little bit about Jorge, he's our Chief Marketing Officer. He manages about 12 different account managers. He runs about $250,000 in ads every month. And yeah, so he's one of our best content creators too. He uses a lot of TikTok. How many followers do you have?
We'll see today.
All right, we'll see today. And then, so I'm going to leave you in good hands. So let's give it up for Coach Jorge.
I'll leave this with you over here. Thank you. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to, or launching your TikTok account and how to use this, kids platform to make more money for your business, get more leads, or get more sales over to your Shopify stores. Just really quick, quick survey if you want to raise your hand. Who here has a TikTok account already? Okay, and raise your hand if you have not posted a video on it yet. Okay. There's a ton, and I hope to change that today. I want to get you guys started on it and get you posted and get you some leads and sales. There's over 1 billion people now that are using TikTok. That's a lot of people, and this thing is growing super, super fast. It's the #1 downloaded app for the last 3 years, so 2020, 2021, 2022 so far. It's still the #1 downloaded app in both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Google Play is what it's called, yeah. And that's even more than Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all those other ones. People are going to TikTok, in droves, and there's a lot of attention on there, and we want to get you guys started so that you can capture some of this attention, because if you have attention, you can funnel it to where you want, and now you can generate sales and leads, etc., right? So think about this. Out of all the websites out there, okay, all the websites that are out there that we can visit, the top 10 most popular domains in the last 12 months, #1 is TikTok. So it's been visited more than Google, than Amazon, than Microsoft, Apple, all these other top websites. TikTok is dominating. People are spending hours and hours a day, guilty, just swiping through videos, and we just, we check it 10, 15, 20 times a day, whatever it is. Like there's something about it, the way they have their algorithm, it really does, suck you in, because it shows you the videos that you like the most. It really learns you really, really well. So anyways, they're growing. That's the point. And we want you guys to, ride this opportunity, ride the wave of opportunity here. It's not just a cute little platform where you're gonna, go and make some dances and have fun with it. Although, of course, you can. But all the smart marketers are now starting to realize that that's where the attention is. And once again, wherever the attention is, that's where you need to be, so that you can funnel those guys back into your websites, your shops, etc. Right? Or there's another big strategy that we use. We grab this attention, and then we're sending it to, let's say, our YouTube channel that we want to grow that. Maybe we want to grow our Instagram. Maybe you're just trying to get started with TikTok, and you already have, I think you have like a really good Instagram following, for example. So this would be like a good strategy for you. Get this attention, send it to where you want. But today, you guys are probably thinking, can I make money from TikTok? Because that's what this whole thing is about. So I'm going to show you guys how we use TikTok to make money. This is one of our accounts, US Natural Slim. This is Manuel's, our CEO, Manuel, his personal brand that him and his family have started a few years back. And we took most of the videos that his dad had put up on his YouTube channel, plus other videos that we created as well. And we created this account only a few months ago, and we're already up to 581,000 followers, 4.4 million likes. I mean, this, the content is great, and again, the attention is there, even in Spanish. This is 100% Spanish. So this actually got flagged once before. When we got started, we were already built up to about this level, if not a little bit more. And the TikTok, algorithm, the robots kind of flagged one of our videos, and they took down the whole account. So we had to rebuild everything. Thankfully, we already had all the videos saved. We started posting again, and after getting flagged, so even after that slowdown. Another channel that we built, also very closely, connected there to this brand, is Metabolismo TV, which is the main channel of the Natural Slim brand. This is an education channel, all in Spanish, and there's over 2,000 videos that are on YouTube. And on YouTube, they have the channel has over 6 million, close to 7 million subscribers now. And all we did is we grabbed the YouTube videos. We cut it up into a little vertical format. We found a good nugget, good golden nugget, we call it. So it's like a valuable tip or whatever. And then we turned them into these videos. And you can see 1.2 million followers, 6.8 million likes. So what does that translate to? In the last 90 days, this has been sending traffic to our Shopify stores. We have a website where we collect leads. But here's the Shopify store, millions of dollars with not just TikTok, but that is part of it, that is sending thousands and thousands of website visitors to us every single day. Another example, one of my favorites, Dr. Berg. He started working with us back in 2018. We've helped him grow his YouTube channel to one of the top 15 YouTube health channels in the US now. I mean, he's bigger than Oprah, bigger than the World Health Organization, which supposedly is like the what do you call it, the leader, I guess, or the opinion leader and whatnot in health. This guy has, he's closing in on 10 million YouTube subscribers. And so we said, well, there's more attention here on TikTok. We got to jump on it. Same thing, we took his YouTube videos that are laid out like YouTube is, right, horizontal, found a 30 to 60 second piece of information that we can share on here, and you can see some of these get a few thousand, some of them get tens of thousands, and some of them just go viral, and they'll get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views and likes. Again, what does that translate into? You can see here, they're sending people to his Amazon store, and month after month after month, the statistics keep going up. The sales keep going up. The traffic keeps coming in. And every time there's a spike in one of these videos that goes viral, you can clearly see it trace back to the Amazon stores. And then he also has another store besides Amazon, like his own personal store. It's like a Shopify store. And that one is the same thing. And then as soon as we hit maybe a slowdown in the views, or one of the videos isn't going viral, the sales kind of start to slow down too. So definitely a direct correlation there. Here's another guy, Dr. Livingood, another one of our favorite clients here. His channel is also pretty new. When did we start this? Maybe May, June? Yeah, not that far ago. His very first video, again, we took from his YouTube channel and then we put it over here. His very first video got 500,000 views. So you don't have to be this big influencer or have this, thousands of followers to get started with TikTok and have success. Very first video was 500,000 views. And yeah, some of these now get a couple hundred, couple thousand, and again, all of a sudden he'll have one video, boom, starts getting tens of thousands of views. Everybody's this is his Amazon store. Week after week after week, we keep ranking better and better on the products because we get more and more traffic, more and more sales, and Amazon rewards us with better rankings. And what's feeding this is mainly TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, he's built also an email list. You have to be everywhere, right? And this is one of the main key parts of his strategy is to get on TikTok. If you want to learn some cool stuff, you can follow this guy, Coach Jorge1. I put out some good content. You can hear me, right? Okay. I put out some good content on here, and the same things. You know, some of my videos will get a couple hundred, some will get a couple thousand, and then all of a sudden I'll get, like this one here, got 213,000 video views. And it's the same thing over and over and over, guys. Every one of these accounts, as long as you stay consistent, it leads to leads and sales, etc. Check this out. How do we reach you? I say use the link in my profile. You can schedule a call. You can, make an appointment. I also have other links in there where you can, buy our course and stuff like that. Bro, teach me. How do I start? They're just dying for, to buy our courses and give us money because I provide a lot of value in these videos. Says, is it expensive? Not if we get you an ROI, right? If it doesn't matter how much you're paying us, if we're going to spend $1 to get $5 back, then you're probably going to give me $1 million, right? So, again, there's a lot of comments on here. I'm directing them to, sometimes I direct them to my link, and then sometimes I say, why don't you send me a direct message, and then I'll get the conversation going that way, and then chat back and forth. All right, so, question? Hold on a second, we need the... Yes, this is me. This is me.
Is that today,
It's off. Here, why don't you use the mic, because people on the stream can hear you.
Was that your current figure that you're at, 28,000?
Yes. Yeah, that was a couple days ago, 28,000.
Just checking how current it was. Thank you.
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I'm not Dr. Berg yet, but, that is another thing. It's like, what industry are you in? Health is a lot broader type industry, so you can reach a lot more people. And that's actually one of the key things I've been testing lately, doing videos that are a little bit more like broader, just to get more attention, right? Instead of trying to be like, okay, I'm just gonna teach you about Facebook ads or a funnel or whatever. Now I'm gonna teach you, let's say, about mindset or just marketing in general, like a general strategy. And this way I can reach more people. So I'm testing that out. We'll see how it goes. All right, so today I want to, question? Hold on a second. Yeah, John. Quick question before we move on.
So I just entered into the TikTok world as of May, and my hashtag that I created has 700K. What does that mean?
Wow. That means that 700,000 video views have, different videos have used your hashtags, and between everybody, they have been viewed 700,000 times.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Really cool. Really awesome. Good job, man.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about hashtags today, too. I'm going to break it up into 3 different things today. So we're going to talk about videos, SEO. If you don't know what that means, I'll explain here in a second. And then once you get going and you're doing your thing and you're posting videos and everything's going, organically, you can take it to the next level and accelerate your growth, your views, your followers, everything with paid ads. So you can spend just a little bit of money and get even better, faster results. So for the video ideas, there's 3 video ideas that I'm going to focus on. Number 1 is the front camera. So that's just like a selfie style video, right? You want to talk to the camera, you want to provide value, you want to maybe tell them a story, whatever the case is, right? But it's this like selfie style where you're basically doing everything. Those are cool because they're very like personable, or personal, whatever. You guys, you know what I'm saying. And then the next one is this back camera. So this one is also a very cool style where you can capture like a different viewpoint, with, again, the back camera, just to point out, is this one here, and then this front camera is here, selfie style. So the next thing is this videos, repurposing them, like I was showing you we're doing with the other YouTube channels. So if you have already content out there, you can get started with that. You don't have to shoot new content just for TikTok. You can repurpose, and in fact, you can post it on TikTok, post it on YouTube Shorts, and Pinterest, Reels, all over the place. So before we get started by showing you guys some ideas on the videos and things like that, I wanted to clear up one thing, and that is hook. When I talk about hook ideas, or what is a hook, is basically what are you saying, what are you doing, or what are you showing in the very first 3 seconds to hook or capture somebody and grab their attention, hook them in, and keep their attention so they can keep watching your video. And there's certain things that you can do. I'm going to show you some here. Like you can have screen on the text. Have you guys ever seen a video that says, watch till the end? And you're like, okay, fine, I got to watch, right? And especially if the first few seconds of the video are intriguing and they hook you in. But here's some of the hook. I'm going to give you 5 hook ideas if you want to write these down when I get to the end, because these have been proven to work. Number 1, 3 reasons why you need blank if you're a blank. So this is the way you would start your video, okay? That's what this hook is, right? 3 reasons why you need blank if you're a content creator, if you're a copywriter, if you're a whatever your audience is that you're trying to reach. Next one, how to XYZ using this one simple trick. Want to get rid of blank? Try this instead. This is why blank is better than blank. Now here's one of my favorite ones. Story time. If you just start your video that way, and then you get into your story, this is a really good one. I've seen videos that have millions of views because everybody loves a good story. So as long as you're good, you get practice and you get better at your storytelling, right? That's a really good hook. Story time. Simple, right? Okay, so front camera. Let me show you guys some examples of what I was talking about. One of the most common mistakes I see when people run YouTube ads, using a video that is public instead of unlisted. If you're running the skippable videos, in-stream, pre-roll, make sure to use a video that is unlisted so it doesn't hurt your YouTube channel. Simple. 15 seconds. I gave them a valuable tip, what not to do with your YouTube ads. Everything was filmed, selfie style, front camera style. And as you can see there, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like editing where I don't leave any dead space. I'm just saying something and then I cut. I say something and then I cut, and I go back to just the value that I'm trying to provide them. That's how it is on TikTok. You need to be choppy. You need to be cutting it up like that because people's attention span is very, very short. That's why I like doing videos that are 15 seconds. It's really hard to provide like something of value in 15 seconds, but you get better the more you do it, the better you get. User-generated content, it works really well for your ads, but you might be doing it wrong. If you're hiring your influencers or you're paying for the UGC, don't try to fully control the creative. I highly suggest you just let the creator do their thing. Maybe give them a couple of general bullet points, but that's it. Just let them do their thing. The more authentic that it looks, the better your ad will perform. So a couple things here that I was doing to point out is I try to change a little bit, the angle that I'm at, and that also is a little trick that will hold people's attention versus, if you're just cutting it up and being choppy, it still holds their attention, but even, changing up the angle, the background, things like that will hold their attention very well. Also, notice the hooks that I'm trying to use. In this case, I made these videos a while back, so they're not the hooks that I gave you today, but in this one I was saying you're doing it wrong if you're doing this with your UGC, right? So things like that will hook your person. If you want to become a successful entrepreneur, you need to start publishing. It can be a blog, it can be a podcast, it can be a YouTube channel, but you got to start getting your message out there somewhere. It might be awkward at first, but the more you do it, the better you get. I promise you that. Simple. Fast too. 15 seconds. And the shorter it is, the more chance you have of getting more views out there. What I mean by that is there's something that TikTok is looking out for, which is what percentage of the video are people watching. So if it's shorter, they're going to watch more, right? But you have to be very quick in the cuts and keeping the person's attention so that they don't swipe away. And then the other thing is sometimes it is really hard to kind of provide something in 15 seconds. So maybe it doesn't hit like others would. So you got to play around with it and practice and try to get your message out there in 15 to 30 seconds. That's what I recommend. All right, so for the back camera, this is basically just me.
Here's the best Shopify apps for helping scale your store.
If I can.
The first one is SMS Bump, and
I don't have to show you guys the whole thing here, but I just wanted to point out like this is me just having my iPhone sitting down there in my desk, just showing people what I do with the Shopify store, what different apps I'm using, and every time I just explain a little something, and then I let go of the button, and the TikTok app is making those cuts for me as I go along. So it's very cool in that way. And it's simple. All I'm doing is just showing them what I'm already doing at work. I'm already, I'm already doing that anyway, so I'm just providing them value as and documenting my day as I go.
Clearwater and Largo area business owners, listen up. Come join us for our next workshop where we're going to show you how to start $1 million Amazon business in 60 minutes or less. These are free workshops we hold here in the area. You will leave here with actionable steps on how to start your next Amazon business. Even if you've tried and failed this in the past, don't worry, we have one-on-one help here. Plus, you can stay and network with all of the attendees. You never know when you're going to find your next business partner here at the AGM workshop. There's no cost or charge associated with this. Just register today. Seats are limited.
I think there was some of you guys in here that made that video. So a couple things to point out about that. In that case, all I did is I filmed some video and then I added some voiceover to it. So you don't always have to talk to the camera or talk as you're filming. You just kind of just get a little creative in that sense. You could use voiceovers, you could use text, you could use just music sometimes, depending on what it is.
We built a massive text message marketing list. Ads only targeting our warmest audiences. Personal one-on-one attention.
So for that one, I use something that is very TikTok-y, which is the girl talking. That's the speech-to-text feature that they have. Super recognizable for TikTok. And so even if I took this and I ran it on Reels, Facebook, Instagram, etc., people are still going to be able to recognize, and they pay attention. So that in itself is a hook too. So you can always test out just using the text-to-speech feature there. All right, one more here for the back camera angle.
Cleaning a house today, and thank God my techs use their 28-point pre-inspection app before every job to ensure that we protect our customers' property as well as mitigate potential liability by documenting everything and making sure everything is prepared and ready for them to get to work. Today, there was something odd looking above one of the exterior lights on the front porch, and fortunately, my tech got up and looked before he sprayed the precious little babies with sodium hypochlorite. Now, that would have either killed them or possibly even turned them into supervillain birds that could have destroyed mankind. Regardless, our pre-inspection walkthrough saved the day again. You're welcome, world.
That's cool, right? And if you notice, like I was saying before, the hook doesn't always have to be something that you say. Just the pink foam, you're like, what is going on here? What is this, right? And it just hooked you enough to keep watching. And then the guy kept talking, and he kept it at a good speed, and the video was edited right, and it killed your attention. Check this out. It had 1.4 million likes, 16 million views, and 4,000 comments. So the more that people comment and engage, the more TikTok wants to push it out there because they're trying to obviously, serve their community. So on the repurpose, like I was saying, you can have already a YouTube channel or you can have content out there already, and all you have to do is just, listen to the video, find something that is either between 15 to 60 seconds long, and cut it up, edit it. Now you can put it on TikTok. So this is obviously from Manuel Suarez, our CEO, and then this is an example from one of our clients. His name is Jason Flatley. We call him the Webinar King. He's an absolute genius, especially with webinars. If anybody does webinars, it's a must. You got to go follow this guy. So same thing. We're putting out. We're just getting started right now, and as soon as one of these goes viral, his followers are going to go through the roof. So same idea here, guys. Just repurpose your content, whether you have it anywhere else, cut it up, put it on TikTok. Question, Mike.
What app do you use to cut it up?
So we use our editing team, which they use like Adobe editing software. But which I'm going to show you here, let's make a video together. And I'm going to show you how I edit everything on my phone. And the app that I'm using is called CapCut, which I also mentioned here, but let's just watch this together so you guys can see, okay?
I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to build a TikTok video. It could be an ad or it could be just an organic post. But I have something in mind already of what I want to create. That's the first step. And now I just got to get the shots. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and then we'll do it, jump into my phone and like create the actual video itself so you can see how easy it is. So I'm going to make a video to promote AGM to people. So the first thing I want to kind of have in my mind is them walking into AGM, and then I'll show off some staff working together. We'll put all those shots together real quick, do a little bit of editing, and then I'll show you the final result. So let's go. That's shot number one, just walking into the door. Let's go get some staff working together now. So this will be like shot number two right here. So that's one team member working. Maybe we'll do another one working on, let's say, copy, and we'll figure out something else. So one thing I do is I constantly move the camera. You want to have constant motion on the video going on. So in this particular case, Ollie was just working on the computer, but I want to communicate with you also working on the phone. So check it out. I had him just, talk on the phone. Go ahead and talk, Ollie.
So one of the major things that we gotta do by the end of the week is
just 3 seconds. 3 seconds here, 3 seconds there, and we're almost done. We're gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna show you how to chop it up. So I'm gonna get a shot of the. So I got a shot of the, the sign to communicate. Obviously, creative. Got the editing going on, and now let's just chop it all up. Add a little bit of text, and we're done. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use this app called CapCut. It works, it synchronizes your account with TikTok. I press new project, I'm gonna import all my videos, and then we'll do our thing.
So here I'm just selecting the videos that I want. And then what you see me doing there is actually extracting the audio from that video. You'll see why in a second.
Every shot. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and export.
So there's our finished video there, the whole thing edited.
3 things to ask your marketing agency before you hire them. And then we'll change it up a little bit. We're gonna move this here. We're gonna set the duration to only be in the first 3 seconds. And then we're going to ask 3 questions. Number 1. Number 2. What is the overall strategy? And number 3. How long until I see an ROI? I get it, right? Set duration, and now this one, you can see when the other one disappears, and that's where we're gonna put it there. And then the final thing, by the way, you can have different filters. The final thing we're gonna do is to add some audio. You can go up here where it says add sound. There's recommended. And we'll go with that recommended. And now you can go, we're just gonna go ahead and save, next, and post it.
He posted it automatically.
We messed up. I definitely should have added some captions, some hashtags, things like that, but I just quick to the trigger there. And but who wants to see the finished video now? Simple, easy, right? You don't even have to talk, like I was saying. You know, you can let the text do the talking. It's very, very simple. And then you can even have, I think what you were going to say is you can even have the girl, the speech to text, you know, say each one. If I wanted to make it a little bit better, I was kind of trying to do it fast, but I would maybe add each one for 3 seconds and then, you know, kind of drip them out that way until I get to the very end, because obviously they got the whole thing right in the first, whatever it was, 4 seconds, and then they can swipe away. So, but I just wanted to put something together to just show you guys here. But I did all the editing on the phone, and it took me maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or so back there, just kind of chopping everything up. So it's very, very easy. CapCut, by the way, is the name of that app. Is it for Android too? Yep. Yeah. Cap, C-A-P-C-U-T, CapCut. Okay. All right. So, question? No?
Does that work for YouTube to?
Yeah. Real quick.
Does that work for the YouTube cutout that you were doing?
Yeah, you can import a video that is already horizontal, and then you can tell CapCut that you want your format to be vertical, and now you just have to, you know, kind of stretch your video out to make it fit in that section.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into number 2, and that's SEO. What is SEO? This is search engine optimization. So this is basically optimizing what you're doing so that the engine, in this case TikTok, when people are searching for it, they can match their keywords or their searches with your videos, or your videos to their, you know, to their searches. So if you don't know, that is a huge thing going on right now with TikTok, where people are now just going to TikTok to search for answers instead of going to Google, instead of going to YouTube, they're going to TikTok. And so TikTok knows this, and they're trying to give us, which you'll see here in a second, they're giving you some tools that you can use, that you can optimize your videos so you can get found a lot better. Number one thing you can do is on your phone, open up your app, and then you're going to go to the search section, and you just start typing in keywords or questions that you know are related to, you know, your niche and your market and stuff like that. So like in this case, how to buy a house. What it does is it gives you all of these suggested searches. These are searches that people are right now searching for answers on TikTok. So these are the ones that they search the most, and these are the most recent too. So this is exactly what you want to make a video about. If you're, let's say, a realtor, how to buy a house with low income, how to buy a house without money. I mean, somebody please make a video and let me know. But yeah, so if you're a realtor, you know, you can go in there, you do your research. Here's another one, things to do in San Diego. We were just recently in Traffic and Conversion Summit in San Diego. A few of us here, we went over there. Manuel, our CEO, was speaking. And I was out there, and I'm like, well, let's see what TikTok says, right? Instead of going to Google and Google Maps and things like that and reading a boring blog, I went to TikTok, and now I'm like, I want to see what the things are, you know, to do, not just read about it and see some pictures. So this is, again, this is what people are doing, especially on a local level, local market. If you have a restaurant or even just local services and things like that, people are looking to do business with you, and they're searching on here. Oops. Lastly here, front yard landscaping. So again, it's going to give you suggested, you know, searches that people are already looking for right now. So here's front yard landscaping ideas with rock. And so now maybe that sparks some ideas for you. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to make a video about how to do landscaping with rock, how to do it without rock, how to do it with mulch, how to do it with this, how to do it with that. You know, now you have like 10 video ideas right there, right? So again, this is what you should start off with if you're just getting started, because, or even if you're not, because this is exactly what people are looking for. And TikTok does not have enough content creators. There's definitely a lot more people just sitting there consuming content, and we don't have enough creators. So let's say the person does a search on here, right? So this is what it looks like. Once they click how to buy a house, they click search. Videos are going to pop out here. These are the top videos that TikTok wants to recommend to the person. These are probably based on how many times they've been saved, how many times they've been shared, how much watch percentage these videos hold, things like that, right? But I want to point out this section right here, others searched for. These are things, again, that people are searching right now, and TikTok does not have enough content to fill this demand. So how to buy a house in 2022. Using the year is a really good strategy for putting out content out there because it's relevant to what's happening right now. And in TikTok, your videos don't really live on forever like they do with YouTube. So using something like that is a good strategy. This is what it looks like for my search results, things to do in San Diego. How cool is that to actually see, the San Diego Zoo and to see, the beach that they're telling me to go check out. I don't want to just read about it, right? I want to see it. And then here's a front yard landscaping one. Again, other people are searching for. That's where you guys should get started. Okay. So as I was saying, TikTok wants to help you be successful, and they're now updating their policy. It used to be you could only use 300 characters in your description at the bottom. They updated it to 2,200 characters now. This is going to allow you so that you can put in more keywords into the description, even if it's super long and it's not super readable, at least not right now. It's not very user-friendly the way it's laid out right now. But the thing is that they're giving you this opportunity. And when something is new with any platform, when they come out with a new feature, you want to jump on it right away because that's when they're testing and they're trying to gather data to see if this is going to work or not. And the people that are using it are the ones that are going to get reach, their videos are going to get more reach than anybody else. So jump all over this. If you put out a video, make sure to just try to fill out the big description and put in as many keywords as you can in there. Other things related to SEO or being found on TikTok, one of the biggest things is hashtags, like you were saying back there. So there's hashtags that you can use. I don't know if you remember, we've always been able to use this on Instagram. Well, now TikTok is the same way. Actually, YouTube, everybody else is the same. But there's small trending hashtags, hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of views that they have, and they're starting to catch fire. I'm going to show you guys how to find that here in a second. You can also use broad type of hashtags. So let's say like me, I make content about marketing. I could do hashtag digital marketing. That's a super broad type of hashtag where there's billions of views on that one. Or I can go very small and I can say something like TikTok SEO. That's smaller, and it's trending right now because that's what's hot with TikTok. Another way to get discovered, your videos discovered, is audio, using trending sounds. And you just want to model what's already working out there. If you're scrolling through your TikTok and you happen to come across a video that somebody's doing something funny or something different and using a sound to create their content, you could do something very, very similar. I'll show you an example of what I mean by that. We're good? Okay, so here's an example of the audio. Check this out. I saw this video that I'm going to show you. I saw it somewhere else on a totally different industry. It was actually for a realtor. And I'm like, oh, I can do something like that. Check it out.
Check me out. Check me out. Boom, bam, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
So that's just, somebody put that audio out there. You can use any audio that anybody uses on any video. You can actually use that, and then you can create your own version of that. And yeah, if you're creative with it, it does very, very well. Okay, so for the hashtags, you guys can go to this website up here, ads.tiktok.com, or just kind of Google TikTok Creative Center. They have this section right here where they're going to tell you guys all the hashtags that are trending right now. And they're going to show you insights into it, like how many videos are playing, like you can see here, the analytics, the creators that are using these hashtags. So there's a whole bunch in here. And let's go ahead and click into one of these, I think, here. Oh yeah, so you can also sort by industry. So if you're in a specific category, just go and search that first, right? Inflation is one of the top trending hashtags in the financial industry. And so you can see the interest over time. You can see the age range of people using this hashtag. And now you can say, well, does this fit my audience or does it not? You can see related interests that they have. So then maybe it can spark an idea for other hashtags or just maybe other video content ideas that you could make, right? All right. So let's move on to the last part here, guys, which is accelerating your progress with paid ads. So you've been posting content now. You have videos out there. Some have done good, maybe some not. You have a couple ones that maybe went viral, but you still want to grow, much faster. This is what you got to do. You got to put some money behind it. You got to pay to play, as they say, right? So check it out.
So now it's time to accelerate with paid ads, like we've been saying, right? So we're obviously going to head over to the TikTok app. This is super easy. I'm going to show you. Open up your app. Now this is obviously once you've already had some videos posted to your account and you have identified one that did very well organically. That's kind of the key there. If it already did well organically, you have a little survey of what is working already and you want to push that out even more. So in this case, I'm just going to pick one. Look at this. So they got 10,000 views organically. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let me pause it. And then you see the 3 little dots right here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then you get other options. So we're going to click on promote, the one that looks like a fire. So let's put this on fire. Okay, so you click promote, very easy, just follow along in the prompt. So it says, what is my goal? In this case, let's say I want to get more followers. Click next. And it gives you 2 more options. Default audience, so TikTok's going to choose the best ones that they think that are going to, actually follow you if they show your video, or you could do custom. If you click custom, now you can pick your gender, you can pick your age, and all these other cool interests. As you can see, they don't have a lot compared to Facebook. There's not a lot of choices for you. Very, very broad, right? I'm not going to mess around with that. TikTok is actually really good they have proven themselves to be really good at finding the right audience to show your videos. So I'm just going to go ahead with the default audience, click next, and now you get to choose how much you want to spend. The least you can do is $5 per day, and you can do that for 1 day. Or you could do it for 2 days, right? Or whatever. And then if you see, it changes how many estimated video views you're gonna have, and then it tells you the budget of the total that you're gonna spend here. So let's just go with $5 per day, 2 days, let's see what happens. So the way it works is they have a weird monetary system where they go based off of coins. So if I wanna spend $10, it's telling me that I have negative 19 coins, and I have to add more coins to my balance here. So we're just gonna go ahead and recharge the 992 coins, which equals the $10. So let's see, go ahead and recharge. Now I have to purchase preset, coin packages that they have going on. So in this case, I have to spend $20 to get to my 992. That money will stay there and you can use it later on. So that's the only downfall to that. I don't like that so much, as opposed to let's say on Facebook, you can choose exactly how much you want to spend. But hey, that's the way TikTok does it. That's the way we're gonna do it here. And we could just, save the balance for another video. So we'll go ahead and recharge. And we'll go ahead and show them my lovely face so I can get charged. All right, so that's it. We're all done. And now this is gonna be pushed out to everybody. Hopefully, if it all goes well, we get even more than the 2,500 video views video views, so that we can get some followers. We'll see what happens.
So that's pretty cool, right? So now you get to choose how much you want to spend, depending on your budget. And the reason I was saying maybe we can get some more is because if I'm putting my video out there and I get a couple of people that are commenting now and they're starting to share it, they're starting to save it and things like that, those are all signals that, hey, this is a good video, and then TikTok can pick it up again and start sharing it organically to everybody else. So yeah, you can spend $5 a day, get some views on your videos. Simple. So who's ready to be TikTok famous now? Who wants to get started? All right. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, I also have Jules here, who's a TikTok star. Now, she's going to be helping me if you guys have any questions. We have the mic with John Old. Anybody have any questions? Back there?
Sorry. On the video you were talking about, there wasn't a customization to actually like pick and choose how much you want to spend when you're recharging.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since the update, it says custom at the bottom.
Oh,
and
good.
it actually says you can do $5, $5,000, $555.
But they still charge you in coins, right?
Yeah, they're doing coins, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
you got to pick the coin package.
yeah, it's like a, because I do it all the time. It'll say I need 4,500 coins.
Yes.
And then I'll put custom 45 instead of needing to do the 66. And then
That,
save.
right, okay,
Yeah.
good.
But I don't know if that's something new or if it's just been entered to me because
You to me.
Okay.
So that's good.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I was just, yeah, my channel, like you were talking about coming up with a discovery or a trigger of
Like the hook?
interest is I started networking a nutrition product that in under 90 seconds it neutralizes inflammation. So on camera, I'm helping people with their health, like right on camera. So they all called me Coach Relief.
That's cool.
And then now I'm hashtag Coach Relief, and now it's just like blowing up. But what I'm trying to figure out is some of my videos do 15, some of them do 1 million. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like
yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My suggestion is analyze those million and look at the ratio of comments to shares. When these videos go viral, one of the main things is, sorry, I didn't mean shares, I meant saves. Saves is one of the, and shares are the top two things that the algorithm looks for. So maybe you can sprinkle in there, if it makes sense for what the content you're putting out there, hey, share this with a friend, share this with a family member that needs to hear this, or things like that, and that might get you even more viral videos. Okay. Save this for later. You're going to want to save this because in the next 90 seconds, I'm going to show you blah, 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 blah. And you're going to want to save this because you're going to want to refer back to it, or whatever. Like, I don't know your content, right? But saying you're going to want to save this. I'm going to show you something so valuable, you're going to want to save it or you're going to want to share it, things like that. Yeah. Amazing. There's so much attention out there. And another question? All right.
Comparing with Instagram, how important is the aesthetics looking at the grid?
Yes, good question. The grid doesn't even fully matter as far as aesthetics, but you do want to have good thumbnails. I don't know if you guys remember when I showed you, like when I was showing you the screenshots at the beginning, like I use just yellow text. That's what stands out for me. But keep it consistent for your thumbnails. That matters, but not the aesthetics part of it. It's very different when it comes to Instagram and TikTok, you're right. And even when you're making content, you don't have to worry about everything being super aesthetic and pretty. You can literally take out your camera, selfie style, just talk to it, especially story time, that works really well. And you can go viral with that. Yeah.
Second question, sorry.
Yeah.
When you were doing the ads, you let TikTok do its thing in the video that you showed us. However, if we have something very local, for example, I know that if we do Facebook ads, and you want to grow your Facebook like page, for example,
Right.
for some reason, a lot of people from like the Middle East, like a lot of Indian people or something like that, just the numbers just add up, which is good for the number itself,
Yeah.
but not necessarily for the followers that you need to convert into clients.
Right.
So my question for you is, if we have something local, like we can only sell here in the United States or even like Tampa area
Right.
or Largo area, do we go with the other option instead of just allowing for TikTok to do its thing?
I have a training that we're giving out for free right now that I show you how to use the TikTok Ads Manager. That allows you to target where you want your ad to be shown. They're still working on it. Right now, you can target St. Pete and Tampa. You can't do like Largo and Clearwater and things like that. But for you, Tampa is available, and that's what I would recommend. You want to go that way. I did forget to, I mean, there's so much to talk about TikTok, but that's one of the other like main updates that they're doing is they're allowing you to geotag your videos. And if you do that organically, they're going to know that I'm also from, let's say, the Tampa Bay area. They're probably going to want to show them to me too. They test it out in the local market. But you got to geotag it so they know, right? And they know everybody's location, just like all these platforms. They know everything about us, right? So they know we're already in the Tampa Bay area, and they'll show it to these people around here.
On that note, can you guys hear me? Is it working?
Now we can.
Okay, good. Regarding TikTok knowing where you're located, if you do have virtual assistants that are like in another country, I wouldn't recommend them posting on TikTok because it'll pick up where they're posting from and will distribute it in their country, which you may not want. So.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Also, did you want to add anything else about the aesthetics part of it? Because I know like you're...
Yeah. So TikTok, you don't have thumbnails necessarily, but you can add text. And the text is important because if somebody comes to your page, they can get a quick idea of what you talk about. You know, what value are you providing, and it may actually give you some additional views, but for the most part, it can be like, oh, this guy is going to give me a lot of value about marketing. So unless you have a very visual product, which I have my own, I do coloring, and mine's just coloring videos. It's just, that's all it is. But that's why that's important. But aesthetics, not so much. Even if you look at somebody's profile, you'll see all of them have motion. It's like them doing whatever they're doing, just over and over. So that's fine. But I do have to make a comment too about Instagram. And although Instagram for a long time was very aesthetic, Reels are still being pushed out a lot. And you can grow your account very, very quickly just posting that same TikTok content. So speaking from experience, but and it had nothing to do with aesthetics. There's no titles. It was just Reels. It gets just distributed to everyone.
Because going back to what I was saying, when these platforms are coming out with something that they have attention on and they want to either gather data, or in Facebook and Instagram's case, they want to compete with TikTok. So they're pushing out the Reels so much more. They're actually suppressing images now. Yep. Instagram started as an image-only app, and they don't want that anymore. They know that video is the way, and so they're pushing out Reels more than anything. Like, I don't know if you remember, you used to be able to upload different kind of videos, like IGTV and regular video, and then Reels. Nope, everything's now all just going to be Reels, and we're going to push it out to everybody as Reels. So repurposing content is
Absolutely. Do it anywhere you can put those short videos. So that would be, you do a TikTok and you use that same video on Instagram Reels, on Facebook Reels, on YouTube Shorts, on Pinterest.
The same one.
The same one. Just a little extra pro tip. What's the name of the site? SnapTik.
SnapTik.app.
Yeah, SnapTik.app.
T-I-K. SnapTik.app. That allows you to put your link of your TikTok video in there. It'll download the video without the TikTok watermark. You don't want to be uploading videos on all these other platforms with watermarks because they all fight with each other. And so if you put a TikTok on Instagram, they're like, oh, I don't want this on here. Why am I going to promote TikTok? Right? So then they actually suppress your video, and then you're like, well, Reels doesn't work. But it's not that. It's, you can't be promoting other people's platform on, their platform. So anyway, SnapTik.app removes that watermark, and now you can go and post it everywhere you want. Pinterest, Snapchat, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, LinkedIn, Facebook Regular, everywhere you can go and post it.
And just keep it under 60 seconds. You'll get it on it'll work for
exactly
everything
under
for right
under
now.
60
Although that's
seconds.
getting changed. They're adding a little bit more time gradually on each one, but right now 60 seconds.
Things are
or
changing
less.
fast.
Yes, it'll
you guys
work
want to
everywhere.
keep up, come back to the workshops. Jesus, you got a question?
Yeah, we've got a question. Whoa! Sorry. We've got a question here off of YouTube. And I also want to make a comment about the TikTok ad training you just said, too.
Yes.
But first, Lucy Vega asks, how do you fix the issue on business accounts on restrictions for using music that's trending?
How do you fix the issue? Like try to get it back? I think
just what
if
you
you have
said,
if you have a disabled ad account, then there's only two things you can do: continue to apply for the review and the appeal, and then get it back. I've gotten some back. It is harder than Facebook, by the way. Or start another business manager. I don't know how much data you have collected. That might be a factor. But if you're just getting started, you don't have a lot of data on your pixel and your ad account and things like that, then just open up another business manager and start that way.
Right on. And then as far as the Jorge mentioned the TikTok ad training that he did. It's actually it's a free training. It's about 14 minutes long. He walks you through beginning to end. And you guys can get that at www.agmninjas.com/TikTok ads.
agmninjas.com/TikTok ads/TikTok ads. John will
Make sure to put the www.
www.agmninjas.com. Well, you know what, guys? You can also just scan this right here, and then we'll send it to you via Messenger.
There we go.
All right? Question back there.
Yeah, so with all of the available places to put these shorts, is there something like one location where you can upload the video and say, off you go to everywhere it needs to be?
Yep.
Like you can with social media posts.
Yeah. You want a ninja website, ninja tip?
Yeah.
Repurpose.io.
Thank you.
Repurpose.io. You can make all your connections. So you're going to go in there, you're going to connect your TikTok, connect your Pinterest, connect your LinkedIn, connect your Twitter, connect your Pinterest, your IG Reels, your Facebook Reels. I believe that's it. And all you have to do is upload one TikTok, and the thing does the rest for you.
Onto TikTok.
Yeah, you got to
right?
upload your video to TikTok, and then this program, Repurpose.io, will repurpose your content and get it posted everywhere else. You don't have to do anything without the watermark. It downloads it without the watermark.
With the music, with the caption.
With the music, with the captions,
Yeah.
with the
I just found
hashtags,
out more about it
with
today.
everything. It's like $15 a month. Or if you have more accounts, or you want to connect more media accounts to it or whatever, it kind of goes up from there. Question, sir? You.
Thank you. On the same train of thought of what we've been discussing with all of the different platforms, I believe I saw the second front-facing video that you showed yesterday on Facebook Reels.
Oh, really?
It was a surprise
Yeah.
hearing the beginning of it, because I was like, I literally just saw that. So something you're doing is working.
Yes.
That being said, my question is, with all of these platforms to put money towards, obviously TikTok's the big name in the room at the moment, but if you have X number of marketing dollars, how much are you putting towards TikTok versus Facebook, Instagram, et cetera?
What do you sell?
This is just a theoretical question across any industry.
Well, I mean, TikTok is the king right now of organic attention. You can get started without ads. I just showed you guys that because if you want to accelerate your growth, Facebook and Instagram are way slower than TikTok when it comes to growth and getting engagement and things like that. It's almost like you have to pay to play on Facebook and Instagram. So but then it also depends like what you're selling, right? So if you're more of a local market, you probably are better going off starting with Facebook because you can hyper target the cities that you want or the county that you want and things like that, whereas TikTok is still trying to catch up on that. Or Facebook, they have their business manager and their ads manager and things like that. They have a ton of interest that you can choose that maybe is just more specific to your product. Whereas with TikTok, as I showed you guys there, it's very broad. It'll be like kitchen and art and like, it's super broad. It's like, well, I want to target people that do crafts. You got to go to Facebook for that.
Excellent. So it's essentially a strategic choice based on your target market.
Yes, for
Can
sure.
you use your content as an example? Like,
Our marketing?
Right.
Like for
How
the
much are
agency,
you,
for me?
Because that applies to all of the above.
Yeah,
How
but
much
for
are you
marketing,
focusing?
we're able to expand nationwide and, in fact, internationally. So TikTok ads for us still work, Facebook ads still work, Instagram works, and we also sometimes just shut off the whole ads and just do maybe branding like video views. And we still, like I showed you, those comments that I showed you where people are like, how do I get started? Teach me, blah, blah. Those are all organic. So, I would get started organically with TikTok. I would not worry right now about spending money. Just worry about like getting consistent, learning your voice, getting comfortable in front of the camera, and kind of getting used to keyword research and researching the topics and things like that, and just get going. I wouldn't worry too much about the ads right now.
I think something to consider is using the organic route as a survey of sorts and just continue to put that organic content out, and you will see what people are interested in.
Right.
What type of content, what type of hook, and perhaps repost it and use that as an ad. You know?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I did with the example. So I went through that. I'm like, oh, this one got 10,000 views. Everything else maybe had a couple hundred, a couple thousand, whatever it was, right? 10,000 views, like you said, it's a survey. I already know people like that video. I'm going to push that one out even more.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yep. One more? Yeah.
So just 2 questions, sorry.
Yes.
So what happens, so I opened up a business account just because everything just got so big, and they started offering me like lead sources to come in and everything else. Like they literally give me like names, numbers, email addresses, and where they live from TikTok. As soon as you hit like a certain algorithm. I didn't even know that existed. But like the business, as soon as I opened a business account, I was no longer able to use the trending sounds or music.
Right.
And so it kind of killed because like people do, I know the assignment, you know, and everybody's using that and trending it, and I can't use it. And so I was just trying to figure out, would you say like open up a second account and just like have trending on that and non-commercial aided, or just?
This is in regards to being able to run ads, or just to be able to get access back to all the trending audios?
Well, I was just wondering, like, so I guess when you become a business, then all of a sudden,
Yeah, you lose those audios. You
yeah,
can only
because-
use like the royalty free and the mostly not, you know, trending audios, the generic ones.
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering.
So
like, if
I experienced the same thing. I just switched back to the creator version instead of the business version.
Oh, okay.
So, because it is a big deal. Like she convinced me to just switch back because she was making some cool videos and they're going viral. And it's like, how do you get access to this, right?
Well, actually, okay, so my department manages all the branding. So we, you know, Dr. Living Good and these repurposed videos. Now, I have heard that when you are under 1,000 followers on TikTok, you want to go the creator route and build your following up to at least 1,000 followers so you can get that website link in there. So that's kind of the first thing you want to do. With that said, when we opened up Dr. Living Goods, his was a business account, and there's advantages to that. You can like schedule posts. You cannot do that with a creator account, but then you also miss out on the trending audio.
You get emails? Did you say that you get
Yeah. Well, he was saying
so
he got emails.
there's a part on there that they offered me after I hit 100,000 likes. They said, we're now going to offer you anybody that wants to click on your channel for them to put in a form of all their information to contact you.
Yes, so that's very similar to like Facebook lead ad forms. Like they have that on Facebook too, where it's pre-filled. So it's like when you sign up for your TikTok account, you gave them your email, your name, and your phone number, so you can do the 2-factor authentication thing, right? So they have all this data already there for you, and like you were saying, they click button, boom, it's already there.
That's
nice
a
and
cool feature, which I have. But my only concern with that is that then you have to have the attention first. So those things are really cool, but you want the attention, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But with that said, regarding the business accounts and some of the downsides, we did start Dr. Living Good's account, and his very first video, it was a business account. His very first video is the one that went viral, and that was on a business account with no trending audio. So it can happen. It's the value that you provide. And now also we have the SEO factor. So of course, working on the captions so that it's searchable. You're using those phrases so that people are finding your videos. But you can still go viral without it being a trending audio.
100%. Okay. Any questions? Any other? Okay. I think that's it, guys. If you guys need any help from us, you can go to talktoaninja.com. You can schedule a free consultation from our team, and we'll go over your website, we'll go over your TikToks, we'll go over whatever you guys are having trouble with to see how we can help. We have anything from courses to take over. Our team will fully take over all your marketing, from your emails to your ads. We'll run your store. We'll do everything for you. So talktoaninja.com if you guys want some help. Free 15-minute consultation. Other than that, thank you so much for coming out today, guys. Let's do a selfie. Oh yeah. Selfie.